Tanmay, you also said that all your life you've been trying to lose weight. So I'm now trying to go to your childhood. Like, were you a fat kid in school? Or like, yeah, was there a phase when you suddenly became a fat person, so to speak?
Uh, yeah, I was always a fat kid.
Hmm.
I was always an overweight child.
Hmm.
And I think, yeah, like, I was always overweight. And for a long time, everybody would ask me, and I would lie also to people. Oh,
Hmm.
I have a thyroid issue.
Acha.
I never knew what it meant.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have some medical. It was always an excuse, but I never had it actually. I just eat badly.
Hmm.
And it's like, you know how insulin resistance works?
Hmm.
It's like your body produces glucose, insulin is released,
Hmm.
but that insulin doesn't do its job.
Hmm.
So glucose is still in the system, so more insulin is released and the insulin starts becoming even more redundant.
Hmm.
It's like that. It's like a never-ending circle, which is
Hmm.
that you eat badly, so you put on weight. You put on weight, so you feel bad, so then you eat badly. So
Hmm.
it's this circle.
Hmm.
And I think I've just been in that circle for most of my life.
Hmm.
I felt overweight, I felt ugly, I felt rejected, so I ate more. And
Hmm.
because I ate more, I got more overweight and I felt even worse, so then I ate more. It's
Hmm.
just been in that circle. So you got to break something. Either you got to break,
Hmm.
hey, I'm overweight, but I don't feel bad for being overweight.
Hmm.
And or you stop being overweight. Like you gotta break that circle.
Hmm.
And I know a few friends of mine now who are in that circle, and I'm trying to speak to them. And when I see them now, I see myself from like 5 years ago in them
Hmm.
now.
Hmm.
And I really like, I mean, I know you're supposed to live life with no regrets, but I really regret like not doing this in my 20s. Like I'm at my lightest since I was, I think, 18, 19.
Hmm.
So this weight, this is the lightest I've been since then. And I really wish I had done it in my 20s. So if you're unhealthy and in your 20s,
Hmm.
do not wait till your 30s. Because not
Hmm.
only does it keep getting harder and harder,
Hmm. Hmm.
but you're really letting go of the best parts of your life. Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
for example, I have said no to travel
Hmm.
my whole life
Hmm.
because traveling as an overweight person is
Hmm.
not fun.
Hmm.
Like I'll tell you one awful trip I had. I went to Amsterdam
Hmm.
where the airline lost my luggage.
Hmm.
And you know how crucial
Hmm.
clothes are when you're overweight. You have to wear exactly what you feel most comfortable in because even if a t-shirt is slightly hugging, you feel awful because the thing keeps touching you. If you notice, overweight people keep doing this, like
Hmm.
they keep pulling that t-shirt
Hmm.
because the idea that something hugs you and shows the true shape of your body repulses you. So
Hmm.
I've hated traveling. If when you're overweight, you pray that you don't get a middle seat. You pray that you don't fly economy only. You somehow miraculously get bumped up to business class.
Hmm.
So you hate yourself during the whole flight because you make other people feel uncomfortable.
Hmm.
There are times where every single time I had to get on a flight, I used to go early, like 30 minutes early, so I can be the first one on the flight.
Hmm.
Because if you're the last one on the flight, the air host would come and give you a seat extension in front of everyone. It used to be like a moment, like you're in your aisle. You
Hmm.
know, if I was so overweight that they wouldn't let me sit on emergency exit. I would book emergency exit because there was more leg room.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'd come and say that you can't sit here because you're so overweight that we are scared that if the flight crashes, then you won't be able to exit and it'll prevent everybody else from
Hmm.
exiting. And this, they would have to do it in front of
Yeah.
everyone, right?
Yeah.
It would be like, it'd be really embarrassing. So you hate travel.
Hmm.
I was going to Amsterdam. My airline lost my luggage. I was there for 6 days.
Hmm.
And I spent 3 out of those 6 days trying to find clothes of my size in Amsterdam. Can you imagine? It was my first trip to Amsterdam, and all I could think about was
Hmm.
I need clothes to be. So
Hmm.
every day I was just washing my own clothes and rewearing the same t-shirts.
Hmm.
Like, it was just the worst trip. So that's just one of the things that drastically affects your life.
Hmm.
All social settings would be awful. Like I actually really enjoy dancing. I
Hmm.
enjoy it, but I would only dance like 5 drinks down when I would feel like now
Hmm.
it feels like everybody's inebriated enough.
Hmm.
You not dance.
Hmm.
Yeah, of course, with the opposite gender, so it's a whole different case only.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I personally, I over-indexed on work because of low self-worth in this aspect of my life. So I felt like I had to compensate in
Hmm.
other aspects. So in some sense, it was great. Like did really well in school. I over-indexed on studies. I was a front bencher,
Hmm.
did every extracurricular activity.
Hmm.
Even this trait of mine, which is I'm always working, it's actually a result of low
Hmm.
self-worth because of weight and it manifesting in wanting to work all the time.
Hmm.
So it actually affects you in
Hmm.
every way. So only now in the next 2 years, I'll actually find out, hey, this is how I actually feel about this. And
Hmm.
even now it's weird, yeah. Like yesterday I walked, we went to the event yesterday, and like it's the first thing everyone talks to you about for like 5,
Yeah.
10 minutes. It's the first thing everyone talks to you about. And it still takes you, I still am reminded that, oh, I'm losing weight actually. Like it's not
Mm.
a, like to everybody else, it's still a thing. But I still feel like, oh, it's new. I still feel the same because
Okay.
I still see things from my perspective.
Mm.